Now, the rest of the story.
Welcome back to the rest of the story. So, made 70 bales yesterday. The combination of the 566 until that started giving issues. Wrapping issues. Had some grass that at 25%, it just wanted to wrap on the front rollers in the 566 after doing that 3 times and plugging the baler and, well, pretty much just being a nightmare. We went through, we didn't go through nothing. I basically came back, got the 569 and the 82, both of which were hooked up and ready to run. And I went and baled 30 bales with that. And anybody that's asking what my opinion is on the 569, love it. Absolutely love it. That front rotor that's on the pickup down in here, that rotor back there helps shove the material up into the chamber and get the bale started. That's the issues I had with our baler, is it did not want to do that. It would come up, different baler, different design, but it would come up in here. It would wrap, and it'd want to wrap on this, and it just no, it didn't work. So this baler wins me. I did go through and calibrate it. It was making, I had it set for 60-inch bales. It was making 64-inch bales. So I went through, made 5 bales, measured them, averaged it out, and then on the 6th bale, before you eject it, you put that into the computer and it compensates for that. Finding a manual for this thing has been a real bugger. Had 2 ordered. We had a tech manual and an operator's manual ordered. They both came back as, you know, deposit refunded. So the local dealership is where I tried getting the operator's manual from. I do believe my parts guy has located another operator's manual, but I don't have it yet, so we're running blind on this baler, which I'm feeling very confident after running it last night, because otherwise I'd be setting Ryan loose on it today down at the valley, which is where this video is headed. So skip ahead if you want to see the valley stuff. Second roll of net wrap loaded up. My biggest concern I had with this, especially taking out on rough pasture ground, was the whole dual issue on the 82, turning too sharp and tearing up these door panels behind me. The only way you can do that, I've found, is number one, which if you do this, you're going to get bopped across the head, is if you get into a sharp corner and you're slamming on the left or right brake to do like a 0-point turn. This tractor does not do 0-point turns. Plus, you're going to tear the grass or the field up that you're on anyway. Secondly, which is more realistic, is if you back up too short, you could back into the door backing up. But as far as driving forward and cranking the wheel all the way to the left or all the way to the right, as long as you're not mashing on the brake to, you know, to turn on a dime, I'm not worried about that anymore as far as hitting the baler. And I'm planning on engaging the kicker here. Ryan's gonna be running this. I'm gonna be running the 566. I don't think we're gonna be putting any acid on any of that stuff today, because the stuff that we made yesterday was cut for 24 hours, and that was 25%. The bale moisture was. The stuff that I'm doing today has been cut. It's the valley, so when did we cut it? Today's Sunday, we cut it Thursday. So 3 days of drying on tedded out material. The stuff might be too dry. That's another issue I have with our baler, is that it might have issues pulling that material into the baler if it's too dry. But with this one running, with that rotor on the front, I'm hoping that at least this baler will be able to run pretty much non-stop, and then the only issues I may potentially have are with the 566. I mean, if we can keep it limited to just one baler, I'll fight it to get it going. And if I can just set Ryan loose on this one and just let him run, I don't know if we can get the whole place done today. We had no dew last night. Dad is currently raking as of 9 o'clock. It's currently 9:30. So I'm planning on going down there within the hour, about 10:30 or so, and we can start baling. We could probably run till about 8 o'clock. The dew sets in about 9, and I don't want to leave any hay left in windrows. So this could be a long video or a two-parter, but let's see where we end up. Hey, he dropped the pickup down. He's running it too high. The baler's first bale's looking good, other than it's a little lopsided because he's, you know, trying to film while doing this. I'm aiming for about 12%, 14. Dad's raking, Ryan's baling. The other baler's sitting up there ready to go. 10. This stuff won't be hauled in today. I'm not sure. We gotta see how this day pans out. It's a little after 11. I'm thinking we can run until about 8 and see him make a couple bales yet. I'm gonna go look at the bottom, but stuff's got color in it yet. Hopefully get it hauled in here in the next day or two and start worrying about fertilizer. Well, this is already going to be a long video, and you guys are going to have at least one more baling video coming tomorrow because we got over 30 acres to make yet. This is the last bale that I dropped off. I haven't found anything over 15 today. The highest moisture I've found, and all the bales I've checked, is 14.7 across the board. And this is pretty hard. This stuff is, it's dry, which by all means it should be for the temp we've been having. I mean, 80s, 90s, sometimes windy actually the first 2 days after it was cut. 14.5. And it is, the stuff did what it was supposed to do. But what did we learn today? Even with 2 balers going down here with this first cut stuff, with pretty much, let's just say, perfect conditions. Dad was raking by 9:30 this morning. We were baling by 10:30. I had issues. The 569 ran about 99% flawless. I think Ryan had 1 belt flip on him. The 566 has a sensor issue, and then that roller chain, actually the connector broke, which in turn wreaked havoc on everything else in there, but I was able to get it running with a bunch of spare chain. So far, yields are absolutely awesome. I'm not going to say how many bales yet, but comment down below how many you think we got. We are making them bigger than last year, and well, in the words of Buford T. Justice, woof, there's a lot of material here to move, and we're not even done yet. So I'll talk more about the specifics once we're done baling the rest of it, because we actually have, from here yet, that's as far east as far west as we have to make now, but then we have to go all the way to the east yet. So there's a lot of going. There's over 30 acres. Well, yeah, the one field alone is almost 30, and then we got 15, 40, about 45 acres to go. But one more quick pan across, blind you by the sun. Rocket, come on, you old turd. I want to cut some of these trees out. I mean, it's the landowner's place, I know that, but I use the buildings, I might as well try to clean it up too. We're leaving everything down here because it's not worth roading everything home. I would really prefer to blowing everything off, but for what we have left, we'll be fine. Everything has fuel. We're okay on net wrap. We each have, well, we've both swapped out. That was the third issue I had today. Actually, it was problem 2.B. You know, the first problem being the sensor. The second problem was the sensor was messing up. That should be enough to finish tomorrow. Another 50 bales. Maybe I'll throw another. I got a partial roll that came with the 569 sitting up there yet. You know what? Maybe I'll throw that in the truck just as a insurance policy. Ooh, I gotta do something about that. So that's problem, what, 3? Needs new tire. Problem 4, net wrap. We're putting 4 rolls in this stuff, which in turn is making some beautiful bales. So some are a little lopsided, but the lopsidedness isn't the end of the world. So yeah, the wife's sitting over there waiting for me to get going. I just wanted to see what the moisture was in that bale because that had a lot of green in it. But once again, quoting my pappy, greenness will cure. Which we got plenty of greenness in some of these spots. It was tedded out and everything, but if I had a bigger tedder and another tractor, I'm sure I could find some volunteers to go ted for me if it came down to that. But that ground down there, I think the only way to get it truly dry, even with these beautiful conditions, is tedding it twice. And I don't really, with the way fuel is, I really don't want to do that. So, all right, let's see what tomorrow brings.